Oh, my messy besties. There's a difference between being inspired by a celebrity and slowly turning into them. Because today, we're talking about people who didn't just admire fame, they chased it through extreme transformations, identity imitation, and decisions that left the internet completely divided. Some of these stories are uncomfortable, some are straight up shocking, and some will have you asking, is this still admiration or something else entirely? Let's get into it. At number 5, Ollie London, an English influencer who moved to South Korea in 2013 as an English teacher. But his life took a very unexpected turn after becoming obsessed with BTS, especially Jimin. What started as fandom quickly escalated. Ollie reportedly spent over £75,000 on cosmetic procedures, all to resemble Jimin. But it didn't stop at appearance. He began making bold and controversial claims online, including saying he had a personal connection to Jimin, even referring to himself as being married to him. And that's when things started getting messy. A lot of people believed this wasn't just admiration anymore, but deliberate rage baiting, saying extreme things to stay viral. He slowly disappeared from the limelight after BTS went to the army. Now with BTS gradually returning to the spotlight, Ollie has also started reappearing online again, and people are already asking, is this a comeback? Or the same cycle repeating itself? At number 4, Sahar Tabar, an Iranian influencer who went viral for her extremely exaggerated appearance, reportedly inspired by Hollywood actress Angelina Jolie. Online, it was claimed she had undergone dozens of procedures to look like Angelina Jolie, but instead, people said she looked like something out of a horror film, a zombie version of Angelina Jolie. Many compared her appearance to the corpse bride, with pale skin, sunken features, and an almost unreal look. Her images spread everywhere, and people couldn't look away. But then, things took a serious turn. In 2019, Sahar Tabar was reportedly arrested in Iran on charges including blasphemy and illegally obtaining money through her online activities. And just like that, one of the internet's most bizarre transformation stories turned into something much darker. Since then, her story has remained surrounded by mystery. And people still don't fully know how much of it was real and how much was illusion. At number 3, Paige Nean. At first, it seemed harmless. She went viral for looking almost identical to Ariana Grande. Same ponytail, same makeup, same aesthetic. People were impressed, but then it didn't stop. Paige didn't just look like Ariana. She began copying everything: her voice, her mannerism, her facial expressions, even her personality online. And it got deeper. Recently, when Ariana's appearance changed over time, including noticeable weight loss, Paige also appeared to follow that transformation, which made people start asking uncomfortable questions, like, is this still admiration, or is it becoming identity imitation? And then, things escalated even more. Paige reportedly launched an adult content platform.
I said, damn, bitch!
And some crazy fans really paid for it. And critics claimed she continued to lean into the Ariana-like image to attract attention and profit. That's when the conversation shifted completely. Because now, it wasn't just about resemblance anymore. It was about boundaries. Even Ariana herself subtly addressed the situation, hinting that it made her uncomfortable.
Have you ever confronted anyone who's impersonated you?
No.
Have you ever wanted to?
Yes. In a fun way.
Yeah.
But choosing not to turn it into public drama. And honestly, that silence spoke volumes. At number 2, Fabio Jackson, a man who built an online presence around looking like the king of pop. Michael Jackson, from the poses, to the outfit, to the mannerisms. Fabio leaned fully into the resemblance. And at first, people were fascinated. But over time, some began questioning whether it was going too far. Fabio has maintained that he hasn't undergone extreme transformations, but the internet remains divided on that. And then came the controversy. When news broke about an upcoming Michael Jackson biopic movie, fans were excited. But Fabio, he reacted negatively, suggesting he should have been considered for the role and that he was not satisfied with the movie trailer, as if something was missing.
Absolutely disgusting, by the way. I almost puked, but let me stay focused.
He wanted to play the role instead of Sahar Jackson, MJ's nephew, who was officially cast, and honestly, I don't think no one can play a Jackson better like a Jackson. That reaction didn't sit well with people, because to many, it came across as entitlement. And it raised a bigger question. Is looking like someone enough to step into their legacy? And finally, number 1, Natalie Reynolds. This one? This is where things get really messy. Natalie is a content creator who has been repeatedly accused of copying Brooke Monk, and not just inspired by, copied. Same video ideas, same editing, same delivery, sometimes almost word for word. Viewers started noticing patterns, and it became harder and harder to ignore. There were even moments where Natalie reportedly claimed she did certain trends first, despite clear similarities to Brooke's content, which only made things worse. Eventually, Brooke herself subtly addressed the situation, not directly calling her out, but clearly expressing frustration. But the copying didn't stop. And that's what made people question everything. Is this strategy? Is it obsession? Or is it simply doing whatever it takes to stay relevant online? Or is she simply rage-baiting us and we are falling for it? So, my messy besties, where do you draw the line between inspiration and imitation? Let me know in the comments. Yes, go ahead and comment. I'm waiting. Should we have a part 2 for this? And don't forget to subscribe, because trust me, it only gets messier from here. If you like messy stories like this, subscribe now because it only gets crazier from here. Bye, messy besties. Till next time. Mwah.